Hey everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat, and I am using a stamp set from Sweet and Sassy, excuse me, called Peaceful Peonies. And I just showed on there that I'm using the cold press Strathmore paper 500 series. I am going to be completely honest, I don't know much about watercolor paper. Actually, I know little to none about watercolor paper, and I'm disappointed in this video in that for some reason it ate the flower portion, which really upset me. I can't find the footage, and so the only thing I'm going to be able to show you are the leaves. And I used the wet to dry technique. The last time I did a water piece, I did wet on wet, and I'm not really sure which one I like the best, but I definitely liked how the flower turned out on this one. So I will be trying it again and hopefully won't lose it. But I was what I did was originally I had went to the craft store and bought my, watercolor paper. Well, I got a Christina Warner did a video, and she had a different kind of paper, and I thought, man, how come mine always warbles up to look, like an inchworm, So I went ahead and I ordered what she had, which is the Strathmore Cold Press 500 series. It is so nice and thick. Oh my golly, it's just like amazing paper. And there's no need, I tape it down, but it does not warble, it does not bend. It's nice and thick, it's very substantial. I love it. And I am using, for the paint brushes, I'm using the Silver Black Velvet 300 series. I used the 2, 4, and the 6 for the entire flower, not just the leaves. But again, I apologize, all I have to show you are the leaves. So this upsets me, but I promise I will be going back and reusing their stamps. I have fallen in love with them, and I will make sure that I put a link in the description box for their website. They have not only, they have all different kinds of images and whatnot, but they also have a lot of Christian sentiments and scriptures and things, and I think they're great, and they've got beautiful florals, so I'm in love with them. And I did use my Karataki Gonzai Tombi watercolors. I tried that cheap set that I had gotten at Michael's, and I just hated them. I don't know what it was. Nothing I did I felt like turned out any good. And so I thought, you know what, Sherry, if you're going to try this, at least try it with as much as good as you can. I'm not going to go out and buy a $500 set of watercolors, but to get myself a decent set. And I did, and I really like those. And I got mine on Amazon for a really good price. And if I can find that same price, I'll put it in the description box for you as well. And so what you do for the wet to dry technique is you get your brush wet with your pigment, and then you take it to your dry paper and you put it where you want it to be your darkest. I found that I did better if I let it set the darker for a few seconds before I decided to try to spread it out. But you can try it, and maybe it would be different for whatever kind of watercolors you have. But what I did was I put my darkest on, then I went and I cleaned my brush, and I got some clear, clean water, and I went back in, and that's when I tried to go in one direction toward the tip so that I could pull the darker color up toward the tip. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting here talking with my hands again, and nobody can see me but me. I don't know why I do that. But so I'm trying to get the color up toward the tip where it would be the lightest. And if you look at those bottom, I think 3 or 4 petals that are the biggest petals, I absolutely was like beyond ecstatic in how they turned out. I don't know what I did to get them to have that, you know, that rippled look and where it wasn't just flat, but I love it, and I'm definitely going to try to figure it out because I was really happy with that. And there I was, just clearing up a little bit of watercolor that I got on my paper, and all I did was take some clean clear water, put it on top, and try to put the clean clear water on top and then dab it up with a paper towel. Now here I am, I'm using the gold, the metallic gold for the inside, because peonies have like a orangey color on the center, but it just, I didn't like it. I was not happy with it. So I decided I go back in here in a few minutes and I put some more water on it, take some of the gold out, because I just didn't like the way it looked at all. And I wasn't able to get thin enough lines, in my opinion. So here's where I come back in, and I'm trying to get some of it out of there and wet it down and see if I can make it flow a little better, which it does not flow. I wasn't getting any flow, buddy, not at all. So I just wetted it down, and I come back in with my paper towel and I take out as much, there we go, as much of the ink as I can, or paint as I can possibly get. And so what I'm going to end up doing is taking some souffle pens. Here I am again, I'm putting some water down, dabbing up the color, some more water, dabbing up the color, and there was definitely no pilling with this paper. I mean, it's really nice watercolor paper. I'm really happy with it. But what I'll do is I come in here with my souffle pens and I use an orange and a yellow, and I go over it with one color first, and I just go up the little stamen in the center with the one, and then I go back over it with the other color straight on top, because that seemed to give me the most realistic looking orange that I would normally get, you know, for that kind of flower. And there's the STD that my husband gave me for Valentine's Day, my stamp transfer device. And I'm just, because I put so much time and energy, there was no way I was going to risk messing up the sentiment. So I used that, so I had, you know, I wasn't worried that I was going to blow it clear at the end, because that flower took me hours to do. And I'm just so disappointed that I can't share that part with you. It just burns my beeswax, man. It just ticks me off to no end. So I'm just putting some fun foam behind it here, and trimming it down so that you can't see it on the outside edges, using my ATG gun to put down plenty of ATG, even though it's, you know, it's watercolor paper, so it's bumpy. So I figured, you know, I need to put a little extra adhesive, then adhering it to my 110-pound Recollections card base, and it's done. I hope you liked this video, guys. And again, I apologize for the lost footage. I'm very disappointed in that, and I promise to continue to do my best. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and remember to practice your CPR. Craft, pray, repeat.